Welcome back to the Real Family channel. How do you do today? Y'all, excuse my hair. For me personally, when you step outside in the sun and you got natural hair, my hair is gonna sweat out the ponytail and it will no longer be smooth like how when I first did it. So if I want to take pictures and stuff, I have to do my hair and hurry up and take my pictures, and it's just that on there because no ponytail is not gonna last in my hair for more than 2-3 hours. Hey, it is what it is when you got natural hair. Today's video, I will be discussing septum piercing, how it feels, do it hurt, how long do it take to heal. I will be answering you guys' questions. So I've been having my septum piercing a little over 2 months. I got my septum piercing around the middle of May. Bam! It's about to be August. Now, let me tell you something. Everybody want to know, did it hurt? Go ahead, and you not subscribed to this channel already, do it now. Don't wait until the end of this video. Do it now. I promise you won't regret it. Yes, piercings hurt. You're literally sticking a needle through your skin. You are putting a hole in your body. You're piercing a hole through your skin. It hurts. Now, depending on your pain tolerance, lets you know how much it hurt. I have a real high pain tolerance. When I first got my septum piercing and they stuck the needle through, it hurt real bad. And it's really because they have to pinch the skin inside your nose since that area is so narrow. So the whole pinching process of even grabbing the skin, it hurt so bad. Once they stick the needle in, it's more like a relief. But once they stuck the needle in, and I heard a lot of people say,
when I got my septum piercing, it didn't hurt.
And I'm somebody who has a pain tolerance that's high off this roof. I am not bothered by pain. But this pain from this piercing. I got this piercing a little bit after I got my septum. I'm gonna write a review on this piercing for another day. Anyway, on a level from 1 to 10, once they stuck the needle in, I say about 6.5, 7 was the pain. But after getting out of the chair, I was actually able to move my nose ring around.
It was kind of like leaning a little bit, like that. So
I moved it around. That wasn't really painful. It just really feels tight after you get the piercing because they had to pinch this area to stick the piercing in there. It's not like a straight piercing where they just stick it straight through. It's a process in which they have to literally turn it. And when you get this piercing, you can't be one who just really avoids digging in your nose, because when you got this type of piercing, you ain't got no choice but to dig in your nose. You need to really clean this piercing thoroughly so that you won't get any type of infection. Now, what I can say about this piercing, the healing process, it's gonna fly by like nothing. You gonna not even gonna remember that it's in your nose. One thing I can say that is a con to having this piercing is when you do get it, and say for instance you need to blow your nose, and that is gonna happen. When you get this piercing, you're gonna have to blow your nose because a lot of snot is gonna build up, and if you don't clean this piercing, you will get a build up of nasty snot and mucus. It's just gonna build up and you're gonna get a scalp, and you don't want that. So clean this piercing thoroughly. You need to clean this piercing like 6 times a day. If you can't even get in there really good, just clean around it as well as you can. Use a Q-tip. I used the salt method. I also bought me some bacteria spray. I even went as far as soaking it with 2 Q-tips. I'm gonna actually show y'all. So y'all, I will come in the bathroom and I keep me some Q-tips inside of a plastic bag just so I can have this personally made for my piercing, so I don't have to go digging in the box. It'll already be in the bathroom. I would take a hot cup of water, because I use hot. I feel like hot water cleans things better. Whether that be your kitchen counter, refrigerator, your microwave. You're talking about cleaning, you want to use boiling hot water. So I take my cup of hot water and I keep this cup in the bathroom as well. Since this is for cleaning my piercing, you want to take some sea salt. You don't want to use regular salt. You're going to mess yourself up. You use some non-iodized sea salt. And you're going to pour about a tablespoon or 2 into the cup. Now, I don't really use the salt shaking side. I usually use the part where the hole is big here. I use that part so it can come out more smoothly. Because you really need a lot. That's about enough there. That's how much I use. I'm going to show you what the resolution looks like. You will see it right there on the screen. You want to mix it really well with one of your Q-tips. And use the wet side. So you want to clean inside the area of the actual septum piercing. So I'm going to show you here. I get in there, I clean it, move it around a bit. I'm wiping inside of my nose and the actual nose ring itself. Once you feel like it's clean enough, you just take the other side that is not wet and you want to dry it, because you don't want to leave any leftover residue. You just do that to both sides. So I'm going to show you the other side. Do it to both sides. And my healing process between my nose and the piercing, it was really smooth and fast. So I don't really have to clean my nose ring every day anymore. And that's why you can see it moving around so loosely. It's because it's healed on the inside. I still haven't taken it out yet, y'all. I'm a little nervous, but I'm gonna give me a smaller nose ring and then I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna let y'all see me do it. So boom, you just move it back around, and you don't never want to touch your piercing without washing your hands. That is the #1 step. Wash your hands. Don't touch this piercing at all if your hands are dirty. If you did not put soap to your hands, do not touch that piercing. You will cause an infection doing that. Now, if you want to soak your septum piercing, which is something I did that would help relieve any type of pain that I was feeling in my nose, which I didn't feel a lot of pain during the healing process. The healing process was way much smoother and better than actually receiving the piercing. Receiving the piercing, getting it in your nose, actually getting that hole in your nose actually hurt worse than the healing process. And I can't say the same for my first nose ring. When I got this piercing, it did not hurt. I didn't feel anything. A tear did drop out of my eye, but it didn't hurt at all. Pain level 0 to 10, 0. Healing process, 10. Septum piercing, healing process, maybe a 6. Receiving that piercing, ouch. You want to soak your nose, and I feel like you should do this you should do this often, maybe 3 times a week, and it'll really help take down any pain that you have or swelling that you might get. What you do is just take your Q-tips, you just put them both inside of your solution, let them sit, let that solution soak into the actual Q-tip, and you want to pull them out. You place both of them in your nose like so, and you want to squeeze it and hold it, and it'll feel so soothing and relaxing, and it'll take away so much pain. That's how I clean my septum piercing. Now again, you can use any type of antibacterial soap as long as it's not scented, so you can use like Dow antibacterial soap, the orange soap. Now what I do, and what I did was I bought me some Bactine Max. Bactine Max sponsor me, which is the bacteria spray that I was talking about that I use for all of my piercings that I get. And this helps so much. This is very relieving. It helps so much with the healing process. It just make it go by so faster. So I really do recommend you getting some Bactine Max. It's only $6 for a small bottle, and you can get a bigger bottle for $21. I got mine out of Kroger. You can find it in Kroger in the pharmacy section. I'm putting y'all on game with what I use for my piercings. This literally make your piercings heal so fast. So much faster than the sea salt method. I really recommend this. 1 to 10, this is a 10 plus. This adds on to having a piercing. So invest and use some Bactine Max. How I would use my Bactine Max is I would simply spread on a Q-tip and put it in my nose, or you can spray it directly on your nose or whatever piercing you have, and then clean it from there with a Q-tip. Very simple, very easy, and it come out smooth. It feel good once it touch the piercing. It doesn't burn, it doesn't hurt or nothing. Now the sea salt method can actually burn. My first couple times cleaning my piercing with the sea salt method, it actually burnt so bad, and I just knew that I needed to go buy me some more Bactine Max, and I did it ASAP. Now it is very hard on demand finding that Bactine Max. So like I said, you can find it in Kroger's and the pharmacy, or you can even look it up and order it online. Whatever works for you. Now the healing process is going to depend on how much you keep it clean. It depends on how well you keep your actual area of having a septum piercing clean. That'll determine how long the healing process will go. I clean my piercing so much throughout the day because it hurt. For the first 3 days, it really hurt. It just stinged to have that piercing in my nose. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was tempted to take it out my nose because it hurt. I stuck it through. It only took mine 3 weeks to heal. It usually takes 6 weeks to heal. It only took me 3. I was in the pool by the 3rd week. I wasn't even bothered by this piercing. I was moving that joint around, turning it, tilting it, doing all type of things with my piercing. But that is because I cleaned my piercing like 6 times a day. Every day. Like, this piercing in my nose was hurting too bad for me not to. And I was scared that I was going to go through what I went through with this piercing. It took literally 6 months for it to heal completely. This piercing I got a bump on my nose. It hurt bad. I couldn't change it. Take it out for nothing for the first 6 months. Went through so much when I got this first nose piercing. So I already had experience in having a nose ring. I'm thinking that I'm going to go through the same thing with my septum piercing. And so to avoid that, I cleaned my piercing so much that it healed fast, really fast. So the healing process just depends on how well you keep that area clean. That area is real tender. That is the inside of your nose. And I dig in my nose often because I be playing with my piercing. Oh, well, don't worry about how people look at you. You know you got a piercing in your nose, and you know why you sticking your fingers in there. Just as long as you keep your hands clean, you'll have a speedy recovery, speedy healing process. Talking like somebody got in an accident. What else about the septum piercing? So if you want to know like how it feels in your nose, how the actual septum piercing feels in your nose, it just feels like something pulling the muscles in your nose. It's not bothersome. It doesn't hurt. You can definitely feel it like pulling an area in the inside of your nose. Especially if you yank on your nose ring a little bit, you can definitely feel it. Like I said, it doesn't hurt. It don't hurt. It only hurt when you first get it. I got my nose pierced in the mall. Go to a professional. They used a straight needle when they did my piercing. They don't use a gun, and if somebody using a gun on your nose, I do not recommend you getting your nose pierced from them. They used the needle, and he just stuck the needle straight through my nose, and that's how I got my piercing. It only lasts for about 5 minutes, and a part of the 5 minutes is just neutralizing your nose area, making sure that it's clean before actually sticking the needle through it. So that wasn't long. That was real quick, real fast, and real easy. I didn't flinch or jump or anything, but it definitely hurt. They take the needle, they stick it in there, and then they let it sit in there before pulling it back out. So that whole process just hurt. That's about all. Do I recommend a septum piercing? Yes, I really love my septum piercing. I've been enjoying my septum piercing. It really don't give me any problems. Sometimes I don't even notice it's there. I forget that it's there. And it's a vibe. It just fit my face. It make me feel good, make me look good. It looks so pretty when I'm all dressed up and I got my clothes on. You can just see the two balls hanging out my nose. Like, it makes the ring pretty. And sometimes my nose ring do this, so it moves and you can only see one, and you can see like the hoop in the nose. Like, that is so cute to me. So I definitely love my septum piercing. So if you're thinking about getting a septum piercing, I feel like you should go ahead and try it, if that's what you want to do. And of course, if you don't like it, you can always take it out, let it heal, and try something different. Do something else that fits you. But this is my honest review of having a septum piercing. I really have been enjoying my septum piercing, and I don't think I'm gonna let it go anytime soon. It's a plus. It's been a plus, and it's been a joy telling everyone my septum piercing experience. Hopefully this gives someone some answers out there. And if you have any more questions about your septum piercing, just drop it down in the comments and I will get to you at my earliest convenience. I want to thank everybody who is subscribed to this channel. I want to thank everybody who watches my videos. So give it a thumbs up, hit that bell, subscribe to this channel, and I'll be back with y'all on the next video.